I'm Michael, aka Oscar Man, and there have been over a dozen instances where two women from the same film competed for the Best Supporting Actress Oscar, and one of them won. I want to review some of the performances that the Academy didn't choose, then discuss whether or not the Academy got it right. I'll begin with one of my favorites.
Sick. Shouldn't have come here. I'm around that corner now. You've ruined it. It's lost completely. Sure, needing me won't make it come back.
Cloris Leachman won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her unforgettable performance in 1971's The Last Picture Show. Her co-star Ellen Burstyn was also in the running.
JC, we're having supper at home tonight. I expect you there in 15 minutes. You hear?
Okay, Mama. I was just giving the boys a ride.
Burstyn received her first of 6 career nominations for her role as Lois Farrow, the caustic mother of Sybil Shepherd.
I thought if you slept with him a few times, you might find out that there isn't anything magic about him. Then we can send you away to a good school.
But
and
I
you
don't
can marry
want to leave.
some wealthy boy.
Why can't I just stay here and go to college in Wichita Falls?
Because everything is flat and empty here. And nothing to do. Can I have some of that?
Help yourself. Don't you have any?
Well, yeah, but I feel like smelling good right now.
Ellen Burstyn won the New York Film Critics and National Society of Film Critics Awards, placing her as a leading contender for the Oscar.
Right now, I guess Ruth Popper's got about as good a setup as anyone. Ruth Popper? Well, sure. I think Sonny's reasonably good looking.
Sonny Crawford?
Oh, don't you know about that? Well, it's been going on about 6 months now. I thought you kids knew
Oh, it's
everything.
the silliest thing I ever heard of. She's 40 years old.
Oh, so am I, honey. It's kind of an itchy age. You want an orange?
While both actresses from The Last Picture Show were considered neck and neck come Oscar time, I think the Academy made the right choice with Leachman, whose final scene clinched the award. The film had an outstanding ensemble of performances, including Eileen Brennan, who I also think should have been nominated. Who do you choose, Burstyn or Leachman?
Sylvia Poston, even the name reeks of our backs. I do Electra. I do Lady Macbeth. I do plays by Noel and Phil Barry, or at least Max Anderson.
Helen, listen to me. This is a major part in a serious play. And let's face it, Helen, you have not been in a hit in a long time. In a long, long, long time.
I'm still a star.
Diane Wiest won her second Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her performance in 1994's Bullets Over Broadway. Written and directed by Woody Allen, the 1994 comedy also featured nominee Jennifer Tilly as Olive Neal.
Do you want the blue stuff or the green?
The imported dummy.
Oh, you mean from the clean bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
So you never acted before?
Honey, yes, I have acted. I've acted a lot. I was in a musical review. Can you light this for me? No manners. No gentleman. Yeah, I did a musical review in Wichita.
Tilly hit the right note as the talent-challenged actress involved with the mob during the 1920s.
The heart is labyrinthine, a maze beset with brutal pitfalls and mean obstacles. David, I can't say that line. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. I don't get it.
It's just a stylish way of expressing a particular idea.
Idea?
Right?
What idea?
The agony of love, the difficulty of relating.
Oh, no. Well, why do you have to make it so hard to say?
Just say the line, Olive.
No, I can't say it. It's a mouthful of gibberish.
Gibberish.
I can't say it, and I will not say
Just
it.
do.
Olive's attempts to be cast as a minor player in a new play entitled God of Our Fathers lands her in trouble. Or should I say, a river.
Can't you see? You're living out the exact same pattern your mother lived out with your father.
I am? Pray tell.
In some way, you're trying to relive it, and in the process of reliving it, correct it. As if that were possible. Ha!
Jennifer Tilly, like Jean Hagen in Singin' in the Rain, successfully met the challenge of giving an excellent performance as a bad actress. In a 2017 interview, Tilly said she ad-libbed as part of her performance, something usually verboten by Woody Allen. She added that she was the only member of the cast not being promoted for Oscar consideration, so she orchestrated her own campaign by going on talk shows and paying for ads in the trade papers to generate buzz. It worked. I think both actresses deserve recognition, but Diane Wiest had a slight edge in terms of outrageousness, so I'm siding with the Academy. Go ahead. You can speak.
The three of us boozing, having a few laughs. And we run out of ice, so I'd go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, the spread eagle. Well, I was in such a state of shock. I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing.
I loved 2002 Chicago and thought Catherine Zeta-Jones was a revelation in her Oscar-winning role as Velma Kelly. She competed with Queen Latifah, who played Mama Thornton.
You must be hard. Ain't you the pretty one?
Thank you, man.
Oh, no, call me Mama. I'm here to take care of you. Now, you'll be habitating down in the East Block. Murderous Row, we call it.
Oh. Is that nicer?
As the prison matron who encounters Kelly and Roxy Hart, Latifah scored in her musical number, When You're Good to Mama.
Don't you know that this hand washes that one too? When you're good to Mama, Mama's good to you.
The no-nonsense Mama makes it clear that she's the head bitch in charge.
Not in memory do we recall so fiendish and horrible a double homicide.
Baby, you couldn't buy that kind of publicity.
Couldn't buy it? I guess I can keep this then.
Nice try.
Queen Latifah's role in Chicago consisted of 11 minutes of screen time. Aside from her big number, her appearance consisted of a few scenes before she disappears from the film. But I don't think Latifah had a chance up against her co-star, and the Academy rightfully awarded Catherine Zeta-Jones that year. What do you think of these performances? Not their category placement.
And it does not look good. It does not look good.
Sorry. My wife confuses her hobbies for businesses. An honest mistake.
Oh, okay. Well, with all of these, honest mistakes, I mean, even if we don't charge you with fraud, we'll most certainly have to fine you for gross negligence.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. People loved it or hated it. There doesn't seem to be any middle ground for the film or for its Oscar-winning performance by Jamie Lee Curtis. But what about her co-nominee, Stephanie Hsu?
But what you meant to say is you're not allowing me to be here.
Hands behind your back. Come on.
Well, it's like women.
You're gonna make me walk through you?
Yeah, cute. Can't let you do that either.
You with the cat! See, I don't think you understand the meaning of that word.
As Joy Wang, Hsu played the, let's say, troubled daughter of Michelle Yeoh in the 2022 winner of Best Picture.
I'm so sorry. You're still hung up on the fact that I like girls in this world. The universe is so much bigger than you realize.
Parent and child eventually come to terms when Joy realizes that in the end, mother knows best.
Might not go somewhere where your daughter is more than just this. Here, all we get are a few specks of time where any of this actually makes any sense.
The role of Joy was to be played by Awkwafina, but the actress bowed out due to scheduling conflicts, and Stephanie Hsu was brought in as a last-minute replacement. Her performance as Joy received strong support from critics and audiences, and she earned her first Oscar nomination. You know which actress is my choice here by a country mile. In this case, the shoe definitely fit. But tell me if you feel differently.
I came here to take my son home. And I realize he already is home. I love him very much.
Meryl Streep won the first of her 3 Oscars for Best Supporting Actress in 1979's Kramer vs. Kramer. Co-star Jane Alexander received the third of her 4 career nominations for her role as Margaret Phelps.
I don't know, maybe it's different if you don't have children, but even if Charlie and I aren't living together, and even if we're sleeping with other people, and even if Charlie were to get married again, I don't know, he's still my husband, and he's still the father of my children, and that stuff about till death do you part, that's really true.
Margaret is the next-door neighbor of Dustin Hoffman and the former confidant of his now ex-wife, Streep.
How is he?
He's okay. He's sleeping. It's okay. I can do that.
Ted, I'm so sorry. I feel completely responsible. Well, I just don't know what happened. I mean, one minute he was there, and the next minute he was lying on the ground.
Though only on screen for 10 minutes, Jane Alexander demonstrated what a capable actress can do with an underwritten role. Her performance was recognized by the Golden Globes, the New York and National Society of Film Critics Associations. Of course, there was no way she would prevail over Meryl, who had twice as much screen time. And whether she was a supporting or lead actress, I think Meryl was the correct choice. Which actress would get your vote?
If you don't care what folks says about this family, I does. I has told you that you can always tell a lady but the way that she eat in front of folks like a bird. And I ain't aiming for you to go to Mr. John Wilkins's and eat like a field hand and gobble like a hog. Fiddle-dee-dee.
Gone with the Wind made film history for many reasons, chief among them the first to feature an Oscar-winning performance by an African American. Hattie McDaniel's win has been discussed in greater detail by me in another video, but her role as Mammy was and is memorable, for some positively, for others negatively. As Melanie Wilkes, Olivia de Havilland earned the first of her 5 career nominations as Best Supporting Actress in the 1939 classic.
What a lovely dress, Scarlett, darling. India wasn't able to come tonight. Will you be an angel? I do need you to help me receive my guests. It's me. Here's our darling Scarlett.
The kind-hearted and eternally optimistic Melanie was not an easy role to play, but de Havilland balanced out the saintly aspects with strength when needed, even on her deathbed.
Look after him for me, just as you looked after me for him. I will, ma'am. Look after him, but never let him know.
De Havilland had a great scene when confronting the town's pariah, Belle Watling. It's one of my favorite moments in the film.
If you ever see me on the street, you don't have to speak to me. I'll understand. I should be proud to speak to you. Proud to be under obligation to you. I hope we meet again. Oh, no. That wouldn't be fitting. Good night, Miss Wilkes. Good night, Miss Wadley.
This was a tough one. While Hattie McDaniel pretty much secured her win in a scene on the staircase with, yes, de Havilland, the role of Mammy is troubling given its stereotypical nature. Yet McDaniel managed to make the character matriarchal. She was the one in command, even up against Scarlett and Rhett. Melanie, on the other hand, is the film's most sympathetic character, who triumphs even when facing death. But yeah, there's something kind of wimpy about her too, which makes you admire Mammy more. And I can understand why the Academy admired McDaniel too. Which performance would you have voted for, based solely on its merits?
Slide your chair from under that table. Face me. I need to see you square on at all times. I got to come up with your questions too?
Oh.
2011's The Help featured an array of excellent performances from its female cast. Octavia Spencer won her Best Supporting Actress Oscar as the outspoken Minnie Jackson. Her fellow nominee, Jessica Chastain, played Celia Foote, her employer.
Now, what your husband say you can pay?
Johnny doesn't know I'm bringing in help.
And what Mr. Johnny gonna do when he come home and find a colored woman in his house?
It's not like I'd be fibbing. I just want him to think I can do this on my own. I really need a maid.
Celia seems like she might be lightheaded, but we soon learn that there is more to her beneath the surface.
I don't need a dining room table for 12 people. I couldn't get 2 people over here if I begged. I can't do this to Johnny anymore. That's why I gotta go back to Sugar Ditch.
Chastain and Spencer show us the budding friendship between Celia and Minnie, and the trust that is built in an atmosphere which is not exactly supportive of such a relationship.
I brought a chocolate pie. My maid, Minnie, made it.
Who's this? She's in the bushes, y'all.
Octavia Spencer was the critical standout in the film, winning a dozen awards, including the Oscar. However, Jessica Chastain was not only nominated for several awards, but was the winner of Best Supporting Actress by the Los Angeles and New York Film Critics Associations. While Octavia Spencer was the expected winner at the Oscars, I'm going to go with Chastain here. I thought she was much more deserving of a win than what she did in the eyes of Tammy Faye. Now, can you choose between these two excellent performances? One of the oddest sets of competitors for Best Supporting Actress is coming up. But first, I want to acknowledge you for watching this video. Only we Oscar nerds would spend time pondering over which nominee was the right choice, and I appreciate your participation. If you're not already a member of our incredible community, become a subscriber and join us for a new video each week, and be sure and cast your vote in the daily polls. Please click on the like button and share this with any Oscar nerds you know who have an opinion or two.
You know, I knew for sure you wasn't my pa.
It's for sure I ain't your pa.
Although sometimes I used to figure Mr. Connors could have been my pa. The way he touched my shoulder, get me things from the candy counter for free. And Mr. Pritchard, he smiled at me once real nice. Except they don't have my jar or nothing.
In her very first film, 9-year-old Tatum O'Neal made history as the youngest Oscar winner, a record she still holds more than 50 years later, for 1973's Paper Moon. One of her scene partners was Madeline Kahn, also nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
And then I danced in Tuscaloosa, and the mayor was there, and he just said the nicest things about me. The newspaper ran a whole big photo on me. I got a scrapbook telling stories on me from towns all over.
Tell him about the time that man tried to crack your head open with the bottle, Miss Trixie.
I'm a Jean, you silly old thing. You know that's not true.
As Trixie Delight, who joins the O'Neals, Tatum and Ryan, on the road, Kahn has a memorable scene in which she poignantly explains her truth.
Kiddo, I understand how you feel, but you don't have to worry. One of these days, you're going to be just as pretty as Mademoiselle, maybe prettier. You already got bone structure. When I was your age, I didn't have no bone structure. It took me years to get bone structure. And don't think bone structure's not important. Nobody started to call me Mademoiselle till I was 17 and getting a little bone structure.
Trixie doesn't stick around for long, but she does make an impact, especially on her perceived competition.
You're going to ruin it, ain't you? Look, I don't want to wipe you out. And I don't want you wiping me out, you know? So I'm going to level with you, okay? Now, you see, with me, it's just a matter of time. I don't know why, but somehow I just don't manage to hold on real long. So if you wait it out a little, it'll be over, you know?
Tatum O'Neal's film career didn't have the same trajectory as fellow Oscar winner Patty Duke. Many believe O'Neal was a flash in the pan, whose parental connection got her the plum role in Paper Moon. Oscar nerds maintain hers was a leading role. For those keeping score, O'Neal's appearance consisted of 67 minutes, or 65% of the film, versus Madeline Kahn's nearly 10 minutes on screen. I think we all know why Tatum was placed in the supporting category, but not only was Madeline Kahn the film's genuine supporting actress, she was unfairly pitted against a child who, for all intents and purposes, stole the movie. So of course one can easily understand why Tatum O'Neal won. Despite rumors that her director, Peter Bogdanovich, gave her line readings, O'Neal seemingly took direction well, and was convincing as the miniature con artist. And while I was certainly charmed by Tatum, I cannot overlook Madeline Kahn's mastery of a small but significant role. Trixie is cunning, manipulative, but in the end, a sad soul merely trying to survive during the Great Depression. Madeline Kahn deserved better from the Academy, and though she wasn't expected to win the Oscar, she was worthy of the award. Are you able to choose between O'Neal and Kahn based solely on performance? Though oftentimes Oscar nerds mention co-nominees canceling each other out, it doesn't happen in these instances. Did the Academy make the right choice between the two in these years? I'm really looking forward to your thoughts on the talented nominees discussed. And until we meet again, here is Jennifer Tilley sharing who was most surprised by her Oscar nomination.
And nobody was more surprised than my publicist when I got nominated. She was asleep. I woke her up. I was like, I got nominated for an Oscar.
Well, that should have been your ex-publicist at that point.
She was like, she said, are you sure? I was like, yes, I saw it on TV.
That's what you want off the woman who's supposed to be the point on the spear of your public recognition. Are you sure?
She was like, she's hallucinating.